How's it going, everyone? It's Louis Crypto here, back with another Hbar update. We're looking at it on the daily time frame. Before we get into this video, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment and share these videos. We're almost at 6K subscribers, so thank you so much for helping me achieve this. Let's get on with the Hbar update. We can see that I did call from this top over here that price would come down to the area of the 1414. We can see that price did actually hold it as support. We were calling for this rise up all the way down from here because, as we can see, it was coming down to a previous support. If we ever do a pump from this area, we need to reclaim the area of support above as we were holding over here. So that was the 1414. You can just use the Fibonacci's. The reason why I thought that price was going to pump literally from that moment is because the 1618 target was met, and we usually reverse from here. We've now created a reversal pattern, being a head and shoulders pattern over here, an inverse version, so a bullish pattern. Even before we came down over here, I was signaling for potential pump all the way to this point over here, simply because the neckline of our inverse head and shoulders, our first left shoulder over here, began at the 1 Fibonacci, and this is what we need to actually take out and reclaim if we want to invalidate downside all the way back down to this low. This is something that I was calling across multiple cryptos. We actually did cover Hbar yesterday in my live stream. That is something that I'm going to do more often. So if you did not tune in, don't you worry, we will be doing them pretty much every day. But apart from today, guys, I don't think I have time because I have an MOT for my car, and you know, it's probably going to fail. They're probably going to say it's got this problem, that problem, as they always do. But yeah, so I'm prepared for that. But yeah, just won't be able to make a video, guys. Not video, a live stream for you guys. Definitely tomorrow, though, I am free. So look, coming back to this inverse head and shoulders here, we're looking to invalidate this downward projection to the downside out of this much larger descending triangle, which we take from this point, going through all these bodies, and we can see that when we drag it all the way back down to this neckline over here, we can see price was respecting this support as well as this descending resistance. So until we break this, until the break, we're trending between these 2 points, which are then at the apex, which is where the two lines meet. A breakout is forced now because this is a bearish pattern, most likely to the downside, which we saw, and the target itself, you would tend to take it all the way back down to the low over here. And let me just double check that for you guys. So from the top back down to here, whether you want to, let's just do it to the bodies, just check where that goes to. Yeah, so there you go. More conservative target, straight back down to this low over here. That's where I was trying to retrace to, but there's things in the way. We can see this previous support over here, and there was some support over here. That is why I already mentioned in a lot of other videos why I suggested that that was a bottom. So now we just need to reclaim that neckline over here, which is between the 1 fib and the 786 fib. Even before we started to come down all the way to this area, I was projecting that price would eventually, if we reclaim this level, would head towards this golden pocket, which is this right shoulder of this head and shoulders pattern. So this actually is the head, these 2 points over here, and this is your right shoulder, which is in the exact same location. As we can see, this being your horizontal neckline, lose the neckline, retest it, you continue to your target. So we have the same thing, just the inverse of it. So where this one was bearish, this one over here is bullish. So we can see what is standing in our way once we do break out. The 200 EMA, which is slightly below the golden pocket. In fact, guys, we have to project in our minds that this is resistance. We can see previously, yes, we had a fake out, but when it was confirmed as resistance, we continue with this downtrend. This is actually suggesting that any pumps that we do find coming towards this area, we should be looking for sells, and we can see that was the case last time round when we came exactly to the 786 fib, which so happened to be that neckline of that previous bearish head and shoulders. So now we have, of course, approached the inverse head and shoulders over here, and we can see we failed to break out. But what we see with the left shoulder is that it was a double bottom. So hopefully, I'm hopeful that we do double bottom over here, whether that's on the 1.272 now, holding that 20 EMA, and we just burst through like that, maybe our potential small ascending triangle, or one last leg down back to the 1414, get a nice double bottom over here, and then break out and head to the target. So I haven't projected the target for you guys, but initially, even before we started to, as we were coming down, before we were down here, I was already suggesting ever reclaim this, then I'm getting pulled like a magnet towards the right shoulder and left shoulder, and this over here, all this resistance. So that would be my next point of interest. Why? Simply because when we bounced from here, we bounced, formed some sort of a V-shaped recovery, and we came back into this previous resistance to the left and used it as resistance and dumped back down and held this new level over here, higher low. So if we ever lose this higher low, it's higher likelihood we lose this low. And now it's the neckline of the head and shoulders. We lost this higher low, so we're no longer keeping bullish structure, we're losing it. And then you put a lower low below this, and then yeah, we get that continuation to the downside. So in fact, guys, technically, as we've just continued to the downside, this should just be a bearish retest of key levels of resistance now, looking for that continuation lower. But we've got that, we've looked at to the left, structures giving us clues, and we found that there is some previous support over there. So hopeful that we do on this previous resistance, on this previous support over here, hopeful that we do still hold that as support, keep this neckline of this small double bottom over here, or inverse head and shoulders, valid. And then we can see that to be the case at the moment with this retest. If we do come down to them, hopeful of a double bottom, then we break out of the inverse head and shoulders, and I will get you the target out of the head and shoulders pattern. But guys, I hope you've been enjoying this video so far. Please do support me as a creator by liking this video. It's the only way we're going to get more subscribers here on the channel, by liking, commenting, and sharing these updates. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We're almost at 6K. The target out of the head and shoulders, if we take it from this low to the high over here, put it on the breakout, and we can see, look at that for confluence. So even last week, before we dumped down to this area, I was already calling for this to be a target, and now we've got a pattern that's formed suggesting that that is the target as well. It's really nice to see this confluence. I'm so thankful that I've been doing this for almost half a decade now. I have the experience to help you guys a little bit more with analyzing these charts. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you want me to sit down with you and teach you step by step how to become a self-sufficient trader, profit like my students in my group chat, let's go to my students over here. That was just another person in the chat that's interested in the mentorship. But yeah, these are some things that I've posted in the chat. But let's go to some trade results over here. So yeah, we can see people profiting like crazy, 30%, 35%, 57, 23, 164. It does the talking for itself. And then we see this, look, Max, I wonder if Louis will put this in his next video. So yeah, that is definitely not what I suggest, 41x leverage, but can't stop them here. Look, he did at least profit afterwards, but I think there were some nice profits here as well. So if you want to profit like these people, all of these people have been taught by me. So whether they shared these in the student trade ideas, whether people are sharing positions. So for example, blue chip over here yesterday in this post over here suggested that this was support and that price was going to come all the way to that red resistance on GRT, and we can see that price pumped exactly. So look at that, guys. And these are just some trade ideas that the students are sharing, because again, I've taught them and they have the confidence to take these positions. You know, sometimes they do lose, as you just seen, but look at this, guys. It's absolutely incredible in here. There's some over 100% gains as well. We're coming up to them now. 100, 300, 200, 500, 400, 100%. Hulk Hogan. Ah! Nah, this was just because you know, in my YouTube updates, just like today, there are trades there. Now, if you're not taking them, this is why you need to be in the chat. This is why you need to learn it from me, so that you see past all the gibberish and you understand that there are trades in the video. So for example here, Max has the knowledge because he learned the course, and as other people did the course or the mentorship in here, and because he's given it all to him in something that has a contents page where you've got every little thing you need that you can do further research on. So there's topics and then there's subtopics, and you can do further research in your own time, look at other viewpoints. But once you do my course or my mentorship, everything on YouTube becomes like a free course, because you completely understand everything, and that's why it will become so easy to follow along with my videos. And again, that is why we're seeing people profit from my calls. So this is just something that I posted in my videos. Louis literally put it in the group. Okay, group updates, for example, maybe it was something like this, for example, like V-chain section now where there's a falling wedge, and then they've already got all the knowledge to do what they can with this information. So that's pretty much it. If you want to join, do the course, the mentorship, or the chat, find out more information about it, just click those links in the description. It's going to bring you over to my link tree, and it'll look something like this. You can try out a single session, guys, and see how it is, whether you like it or not. Message me on my Twitter anyway. If you want to support me as a creator, click this link. This is where you can find the website as well, if you want to go straight to the course, the mentorship, or the membership section. Otherwise, you click the buy me a beer. You can support me as a creator if you want, but this is where the reason why we click this is because you can see other people actually taking action in real time. So these people this week, they've taken action on the mentorship half plan, which is 5 hours of one-to-one help, as well as Gift Master over here now becoming a member. And that was the person you saw in the chat asking about the mentorship when I first brought up my Discord. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.